this is CUBN, Bible Stories with Kaylia. So, this is Bible Stories for Kids, just remember. And today we're going to be reading Part 1 of Big Trouble, Genesis, chapter 3, verses 1 through 13. So, let's read our story today. This is the story. The old people from long ago told their children about how bad things came into the perfect world God that had made. Things were going along quite nicely in the perfect place God had made for Adam and Eve. But one perfect, warm, sunny day, Eve was walking through the garden. And in the middle of the garden, she met the Sprint. You need to know that the Sprint was the one we call the devil. No way. Or sometimes we call him Santan.
Satan.
Huh?
Satan.
Satan is an angel who decided he didn't want to do with God said anymore. So God sent him out of heaven. And from that day on, Satan, what's his name? Dad, what's his name?
Julia, you can't do that.
Satan. Whatever. Satan became God's enemy. And what's the name of Satan? Alright. This is part 1 again, that I was saying again, of Big Trouble. I want to read. Wait. Now, the thing is, Satan is a liar. Whatever. Satan. I don't know what his name is, but Satan became Satan. Satan is a liar. He has always been a liar, and he's tricky too. And because he's God's enemy, so a Sprint said to Eve, Wow. Can you believe that was happening with Saint was a liar that isn't fair to God, and Saint is God's worst enemy. Let's go read the rest of our news today, of our Bible story. Did God really tell you that when you couldn't eat the fruit from any tree in the garden? That's not what God said at all. And Eve knew it. So she said to the Sprint, God said, we may eat the fruit from any tree in the garden, except the fruit from the tree of knowledge and good and evil. If we even touch that fruit, we will die. When was that? Well, that wasn't quite true either. Was God never said anything about touching the fruit? The sprint answered, that's not true at all. You will not die. God only said that because he knows if you're eating that fruit, you'll become like him. You will become wise. You will know the difference between right and wrong. And this is where Eve made a big mistake. Instead of leaving right then, she stayed for a while. She said that the fruit on the tree looks very good. She started thinking how nice it would be like God and know everything, but she also knew that God said not to eat fruit from that tree, except now she was starting to think maybe if it would be okay anyway. That fruit didn't look good. And the more she looked at it, the more she wanted it. And the more she forgot what God had said. The more she forgot what God had said, that's how temper tantrum works. That's how temptation works. It is when you know something is wrong, but you want to do it anyway, and pretty. Soon the wrong thing you want to do starts looking good, and you think maybe it's just one time, just this one time. It will be okay to go ahead and do it. And do it. You think the bad things that always come when you do what is wrong won't happen this time, but they always do. That's why things are wrong, because that's why things are wrong, because when you do them, someone always gets hurt, and sooner or later. But Eve was thinking about that. She was only thinking about how delicious or forbidden fruit looked. So Eve took some of the fruit and she ate it. And she gave some to Adam. And he ate it. And all of a sudden, they knew they were naked. Before that, they were little kids who run around naked and nobody cares. Because little kids don't know any better. That's how Adam and Eve were before they ate the fruit. God told them not to. Because before that, they didn't know any better. So they thought the difference between right and wrong. No, they did. No, they did. No, now they were naked and they were embarrassed. Classic. Really, really classic. Now here's our conclusion about our Bible story of Big Trouble. After that day, God was walking through the garden and in the cool of the evening, and he has liked to do, but when Adam and Eve heard him coming, they hid from the bushes. They were embarrassing and afraid. God called them, Adam, Eve! Adam answered behind the bushes, Right here, Lord. I heard you coming, so I hid from you because I am naked. Who told you that you were naked? God asked. Did you eat the fruit that I told you not to eat? God knew that he had. He always knows. That wasn't me, Adam said. The woman gave me. She made me do it. So God said to Eve, Is that true? And Eve said, That it wasn't me. The sprint made me do it. They were in big trouble. Next time. So that was Big Trouble. I hope you like it. Please comment down below what happened after this story about Big Trouble. In Jesus' name, amen.